Hello students, welcome you back to cloud computing. In this lecture, we will be dealing with the remaining three actors of the cloud computing reference architecture. The first one being cloud auditor. So we know very well the cloud auditor is performing examination of the cloud service controls and checking whether it is in conformance to the standards mentioned in this NIST architecture. So it is evaluating the services provided by the cloud provider in terms of security controls, privacy impact, performance, etc. So the cloud owner is there, service provider is there, auditor is in between. He is going to check the data flow, find if the he is going to give a challenge and get proof whether the conditions are properly met and so on. So this type of audit can help agencies. Now the NIST body can know very clearly if the cloud provider is really doing everything correctly. So that is the main purpose for this to ensure confidentiality, integrity, availability. If the consumer is really satisfied with the resources, that is what is the purpose. And the next component, cloud broker, we know very well, sits in between the cloud resources and the user, the consumer. So there are three categories in which the cloud broker can work. So one is service intermediation. So you can see all the resources available here. The user or consumer is here. Now the user is making requests to the brokers. So the brokers, more than one broker can be there. They can interact between each other and find out some improving capability and providing value added service to the cloud consumer. So one broker may know some nice sites, another broker may know another nice site. So these are all sites where the cloud providing resources are provided. So the brokers can intermediately correlate and give the consumer a very good setup. That is what is the understanding here as service intermediation. The improvement can be in the terms of managing access to the service, identifying a right management, performance reporting, and so on. So different sites are there. They can pick and give you the right site. And service aggregation is, see, each of them is a different cloud service. Amazon Web Services, GoGrid is another type of cloud. Eucalyptus is another type of cloud. Open Nebula, all this we will study in the 5th unit as case study. So now the cloud broker can combine and integrate multiple services into one or more new services. So they can integrate these services and give it as a single service. That is why we have a single bar here, and all the users are available. It can work through combining the best of the various cloud providing services and give it to the user. That is service aggregation. And the third type of brokerage is service arbitrage. So this is similar to aggregation, except that the service being aggregated is not fixed. Basically what we are trying to say here is it is again getting from multiple agencies, and there is something called credit score service. So here we are bringing into one more concept, credit scoring service. So it is going to measure the rating of each of these clouds, and whichever is best in rating, accordingly it is going to give. It is not going to orient only on the availability of resources and the best of resources, but also it is going to look into the rating factor. So that is called a service arbitrage. And this example, you can see that how IT as a service can be provided. So here you have third party applications are there, third party brokers are there, more than one broker is available. You have a trusted internal network. So it is trying to act as an intermediary, trying to match whatever best application is available, whatever software as a service is available, and different brokers are consulted. So you can have an overall overview. You can extend the security of the cloud. So whatever features are required, it is trying to integrate and give it to the customer. And finally, we have the cloud carrier, which acts as an intermediary to provide the connectivity and transport. So two important things that it is doing is providing connectivity and transport of the cloud services. So you can see here consumers can obtain cloud services through the network access devices. It is not alone mandatory that we should have computers. We can even use our laptops, mobile phones, mobile internet devices also to access the cloud. And distribution is normally provided by the telecom service. So these are all names of telecom services. Ethernet connectivity, you have studied. So EVPL is one type of telecom service which is providing the cloud connectivity. So you have one data center which is servicing two consumers here as per the diagram. And again, you can have more than one cloud service provider. They might be connected by a carrier, and they are in turn leasing it to the cloud consumers. So interconnectivity can also be possible. There is interconnectivity between this data center and this data center, and the commonly collected data is being shared with the consumers. Yet another example, you can see even public cloud through the internet, it is being accessed, and you can also get additional private cloud services. So the consumer is getting public cloud service through an internet, which is again a carrier based service, and again you have private cloud services provided by the Ethernet, which is again a cloud service. So cloud service via carrier Ethernet, and here it is through the internet. So like this, more than one type can be available. So this completes the discussion on NIST cloud computing reference architecture and the role of each of the actors. Thank you.